asked, where is the truth hidden? I laughed, not because she asked, but because as I'm living, I'm learning that the truth is hidden everywhere. Literally everywhere. There is no place you can scour, search, or visit except the truth is in it. The truth is hidden even in the question, where is the truth hidden? In truth, the truth isn't hidden. It can't be hidden. It is the true and living. Those that are seeking to hide the truth try to convince me and you that they hid it, but they didn't. Maybe the truth isn't being spoken, or rather we are not ready to listen. Certainly we are not ready to listen. And you may be at home in my poem, and if not, you may just visit. And if you can't visit, maybe you shouldn't listen. My poetry isn't for everyone. It's no navy blue Yankee fitted. In fact, it's highly acidic, enough to burn through the mind of a critic. Why be a cynic? When we're moving beyond the speed of light, there is no difference between time and distance. Such I am both here and there in the same instant. For instance, I'm both man and infant, both devil and angel. I am both the witness and the witnessed, both monk and misfit. I am the medicine in this sick. If you would like to know what the truth is, and I wrote the answer, the axis of the seven senses, and I told sis, hold this. Close to your heart and to your soul, sit still in a summer solstice. She said, I can't keep my soul still, it's hard to hold my focus. She said, I've noticed that I can't seem to focus on any real goals, I can only focus on what's closest. She said, how do you know what your goal is? And I said, I don't. How does one save the souls of the soulless? An eviction notice stapled to the heart of the heedless, souls left homeless, no place to reside in, so they hide out and slide in the bodies of two-eyed men. So my lyricism is an exercise in exorcism, but the exoteric call it esotericism. I learned jihad from Rumi. The Sunni call me Shia, the Shia call me Sufi. The Fed say I have WMDs, what I do with the loose leaf, because what I do with the loose leaf make devils lose sleep. And I don't care who's on whose deen. I follow the one who ascended the seven heavens and lands on 2 feet. And it may be too deep, but it is only by his light that you can see through me. And if by his light we have sight, then what is the meaning of day and what is the meaning of night? And I would like not to say that I'm living at night, but I'm living very late asr. Inna l'insana lafi khusr. Rough translation, I'm a loser. I aim to block his light, yet claim to follow his sunnah. The truth is, I wish I could sing, so I could mask the bitter truth with sweet melody. Unfortunately for both you and me, I only know how to speak straight, with direct diction that doesn't allow for mistakes. She said, but you speak so whole, why the beat breaks? It's so ill, it's so real. I said, it's so real, but I'm so fake. She said, but you sound so sure. I said, yeah, that's the point, I'm not sure. I'm barely afloat in the sea without shore. And if you've seen what I saw, then you would certainly know that certainty without flaw is often delusion and no certainty at all. And when it is certainly certainty, it is like the drunken monk, a man so on his square looking at any moment he will fall. But he never falls. And at that moment she paused and began to recite Vagabond. She said, if I'm a traveler in this world, then where do I find home? I say, just keep your nose to the grindstone. Tell your mind to never mind the unknown. This is why I rhyme like the spirit of God is in my poem, because in the beginning there was the word. Before that there was the unheard, the unseen. There is nothing past but the present. There is nothing past the past but the present. Just as the moon begins with the crescent, it seems that way, but in that there is the lesson. The whole moon's always present. 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 They say that the Lord will come like a thief in the night. Perhaps the Lord will come in the things that I write, in the things that we bleed, in the things that we read, in the things we recite. Maybe they're afraid I'll spit fire and these kerosene streets will ignite, or that I'll spit water in these barren streets to give life. And I've learned that the thing that pulls a fiend to the pipe is the same thing that pulls a human being to the light. The love of love, a means to cope. So I try to inhale their dreams and exhale hope. Homeboy said, the people either feel it or don't. So you can inhale their dreams and exhale hope, but you better chew coca leaves and spit out dope. And that reminded me of a passage, and I quote, Allah will not change the condition of a people, and today change the condition is what's within themselves, end quote. Inshallah, I won't falter, steady rock of Gibraltar, swift traversing waters, verses I've authored, I offer as a solemn sacrifice upon the altar in order to alter the current conditions of our sons and our fathers. And they say we need more black mayors and black lawyers. I say we need more black John Mayers to win Grammys for singing songs about our daughters, because we are caught in a culture of defeatism, worshiping victims and martyrs. We are not victims but victors, or we but witness our honor. Our brilliance, our resilience, and our beauty is farther than pimping hoes, tricking dough, Gucci and Prada. From Sile Street to Simpson Road, we are shook in the trauma of terrorism that precedes Al-Qaeda and Osama. Forget Bin Laden, Ben Franklin enslaved my great-great-grandmama, comma, great-great-grandfather, comma, indigenous nations are reservations, comma, but we're caught in a coma, sleep. So the truth will have to come like a thief in the night. But if you're awake, you'll hear it in the things that we write, in the things that we bleed, in the things we recite. Because the truth will come like a thief in the night, being awake, I've learned, is the meaning of life. She said she would prefer a broken neck to another broken heart. Broke in parts that litter the night sky like stars. I said, remember, even the beauty of birth leaves its own scars. And know that you will find your home right where you are. She said, I know it sounds cliche, but I really am just waiting to exhale. Just waiting to breathe easy, just waiting to inhale. She ain't waiting for no perfect man. She not holding out for Denzel. She's just looking for a real man. But she said most of the realists were in graves or in jail. Just a real man, even a flawed man that means well. An upright brother. But she's just left with low down brothers, homo thugs, and down low brothers. And it took her some time with herself to discover that having love is even more important than having a lover. But what am I supposed to say? That it's gonna be okay, but it may not be. It may be hard and ugly, difficult, complicated, rough and bloody. Said, so many women are struggling. She said, yeah, I'd like a man to kiss me. I'd like a man to hug me, but he's gotta truly love before he can truly love me. And I said, I feel you. She said, no, you're not feeling me. She said, we are women bringing up seeds. Our own sons grow up thinking love is a disease, ducking and dodging real relationships and just learn to take what they please. And they treat pregnancy like an STD. If the test comes back positive, it's a negative. And there are ghosts in the street, dro in the wind, only a moment to spend, in those moments are brief. Our sons' role models are rolling stones, unknown or deceased. So in this cold world, they find warmth with men holding the heat. I said, there's gotta be a change. She said, yeah, it's gonna have to be more than poems on TV. I said, I feel you. She asked me how I survived. I said, by Allah, it was my mother. Otherwise, I would have been dead, crazy, institutionalized. And often I wish I could properly apologize for not really being able to thank her for giving me life. She always kept us in the good neighborhoods, even though she couldn't keep on the lights, so we could go to the best schools, learning to read and to write. And sometimes she'd be so broke in the store, we would have to choose between the beans and the rice. So sometimes she would put ketchup on her navy beans so it wouldn't seem like we were eating the same thing every night. 2 jobs during the day and 1 at night. And a struggle that I saw her endure, I never want to see in my wife. So I know that being a man is more than being male, and I'm focused on doing it right. So when I think about my childhood, I don't think about poverty. I remember how she kissed me, hugged me, taught me, loved me, and I know you prefer a broken neck to another broken heart, broken parts that litter the night sky like stars. But remember, even the beauty of birth leaves its own scars. And know that you will find your home right where you are. We will find our homes right where we are. Loneliness keeps me company when I'm alone. And most times that is enough. Often I have no home. The soul's rolling stone, a vagabond, roaming the mind's countryside, robbing the settlers of their thoughts. The sun has darkened my neck. The dust has darkened my shoes. I'm a drifter, having occasional, short-lived but passionate romances with the common ideas of the common folk. But when I'm still, I can feel my internal infernal burning for the companionship of words. I stand on the edge of something, looking into the depths of nothing. This is where I find myself, my test, and inspiration. Some may call it a meditation. For me, it's more like a conversation. It's simply the opening of oneself to oneself. It is to undress the ugliness of last year, the progress of the present. It is to dig in the graveyard of your youthful aspirations and excavate the decaying carcass of your ideal. I'm not a hero, and I'm going to die soon, so I may never be a hero and die the death of regular men. This compels me to the road again, running from home to home and back again. My friends, my only friends are these abstract ideas I entertain. My home is a place I must have seen but can't explain. I'm passing my time, passing for sane, passing the blame, left of myself but right to my name. But my only defense of these abstract ideas I entertain. My home is a place I must have seen but can't explain. I know that I've been home. And I know that I felt once. At some time, at some place in my distant youth, I cried tenderly, loved intensely. But now I don't think that my feelings remember me. My heart feels filled with November leaves tumbled by a December breeze. April may never come. The groundhog stays in the ground with no desire to see the sun. I'm a vagabond, not a fugitive, so I don't live on the run. I live on a walk. The type of slow stroll that gives him some time to think, some time to breathe, just some time to get away from things. But I never seem to come back to things, to forget what things I was getting away from, and do I? Perhaps my things have just died under my bed, or instead they're building strength in a dark cloud over my head. Maybe they won't come to light until I'm older or dead. I remind me of what this loner once said. He said, "You're born alone, you die alone." And I believed him, but who would want to lead the non-life that he led? I wasn't born alone. My mother was there, and I won't die alone. The angel of death will be there, but I will be alone before Allah. When my book of deeds is disclosed, when my sins are exposed, the dark part of my heart that nobody knows, I won't have the comfort of company, not even the comfort of clothes. I stand naked and nervous before truth. I'm not a hero, and I'm going to die soon. So I may never be a hero and die the death of regular men. This compels me to the road again, running from home to home and back again. I'm vagabond.